All right, boys and girls, happy Thursday. Today is June 4th. Today for reading, your skill is going to be author's purpose. Remember, an author chooses to write a book for different reasons. The author may be trying to persuade you, to inform you, or to entertain you. So you're going to be reading a book today and figuring out what the author's purpose is for that book. So you need an electronic device with sound. You need a nonfiction book from home, or you can use Raz Kids. And there's a Google slide to fill out. For writing, today you're going to be adding illustrations. So you need an electronic device with sound. There's a text features video, which is a review. The Google slide from yesterday. There's going to be no submission today. You're not going to submit it. You're going to hang on to it because you're going to still continue to use that. So nonfiction books have a lot of text features. One important text feature is to include pictures, and that's what we're going to do today. For foundations, you have a story time. So you're going to practice your fluency and your comprehension. So you're going to read Kelly's speed quiz, and there's going to be a Google Doc. So reading a story more than once will really help you comprehend the story so much better. Always make sure you use complete sentences when answering a question. We know never to start a sentence with because. Okay, you want to put part of the question in your answer. For math, today you're going to be creating and naming equal parts. So you're going to be starting fractions. So you need an electronic device with sound. There's a Google slide sorting activity and an equal parts worksheet. So remember, when making equal parts, you have to take your time and make sure you're dividing the shapes evenly. Fractions are all about equal parts. Every part has to be the same size. All right, and then when you finish, you may practice on IXL, W1, 5, and 7. So we're going to hop into our classroom. We have our checklist that you can view for your reference. So for fractions today, so you're going to watch the instructional video, have a paper and pencil handy, and then here are the two activities that you have to turn in. Now I want to show you the Google slide. So once you watch the instructional video, all right, then you're going to do this activity. So you're going to sort the shaded shape, so the shapes and the fraction names. So even the fraction names, and you're going to put them into the correct category on the next slide. Remember, there should be, well, your hint is there's going to be 3 of these in each column. So here's the slide. All right, easiest thing for you to do, I would take it, I would copy it, or, well, you know what might even be better for you to do than copying it is to cut it. This way, if you cut it, now it's not there anymore. You won't get mixed up and use something twice. So I would cut it and then just paste it. Okay, and then you could drag it. So up at the top, this will make a little bit more sense after you watch the video too. So fractions, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5. So this is the word 1/3. Oh, so I know that this is going to go here in my 1/3 box. Now, since I cut it, it's not there anymore, so I'm not going to get confused, right? Now you're going to look at your other fractions. So you have the words that you can do, and you have the pictures. So when you have pictures, the number that's shaded is the top part of your fraction. So 1 part is shaded out of 2. There are 2 parts in total. So I'm going to cut this one out. So let me think about that. I'm just going to paste it somewhere first. So if you're not sure, Just paste it, because then you'll be able to drag it wherever you want it to go. So if we look at this one, there's 2 parts in total. Okay, so your bottom number is going to be how many parts there are in total. There are 2 parts in total. The top number tells you how many are shaded. There's 1 part shaded out of 2. So one way to say a fraction, you can say 1 out of 2 is shaded, or 1/2. Half of it's shaded. I like to always think when they're circles, I like to think of it as pizza. If you have a pizza pie and you cut it in half, right? Half of it. Uh-oh. Somebody else must be on the same slide doing the same thing that I'm doing right now, because this just popped in here. So I like to think of it as, okay, cut my pizza in half. Half for you, half for me. And you're going to drag it to the right spot. Okay, and then you're going to continue doing this, and you're going to have 3 either pictures, one of the words, obviously, there's going to be 3 in each. And if you continue to just click it and cut it, then you'll be able to just use what you have left, so you won't get confused, okay? And then when you're done, you're going to X out. You could press the turn in button, but there is also, if you click on this PDF, there's also a sheet here. So this one, if you want to open it with DocHub, you could draw right on it. All right, 2 equal parts. That's kind of the picture that I just showed you. I'm going to cut it in half. So you can do this on DocHub. If you have trouble with that, you can just print it out, or even try to draw the shapes. And you could take a picture and you could submit it like that. And then just make sure you hit the turn in button so we could see your slides. And for writing, oh, nope, today's Thursday. Okay, so this video down here is a review video that has all the non-text features. So remember, informational or nonfiction writing should have lots of facts and text features. Some text features that help your reader visualize your topic are photographs, illustrations, captions, labels. Each heading or subtopic in your book will need a picture. Today, you will work on creating 3 different text features that help the reader picture your topic. Open your slides from yesterday and continue working in that document. Attached is a review video about text features. So you can rewatch this video, and then you're going to go, I know I went through this in great detail yesterday, but you're going to open up these slides from yesterday, and you're going to see that there's instructional videos here for you to watch. And then there's examples, illustration, or photographs, captions, diagrams, labels. Okay, so my heading number 1, let's say I'm going to do pictures. Heading number 2, let's say I'm going to do illustrations. Okay, illustrations for all of my headings. So pictures, illustrations, computers have different parts. Okay, so it's labeling the parts of a computer, right? So the first one's showing me, well, I could have a desktop, I could have a laptop, I could have a tablet. So those are all different types of computers. Then they're labeling the parts of the computer. And then what do computers do? What can you do on it? So this is here for your reference, and then you have to go back in to the slides from yesterday. Remember how some of the parts were highlighted? It tells you what you have to do each day. You're going to go back into that and you're going to do your photographs or your illustrations. So remember, you're not turning this in today. So like we did yesterday, you're going to go into your waffle, go to your slides, and open up the slide that you were working on yesterday. For reading, I'm going to do author's purpose. So the reason why an author writes a book is called the author's purpose. It's important to understand the author's purpose because it helps the reader, you, gain a deeper understanding of what you are reading. There's 3 reasons why an author could have written a book, and they're as easy as pie to remember. Persuade, inform, entertain. Pick a book from home or as kids, complete the slide below. Okay, so I could show you this video now actually because it's not too long. I usually like to show you them if they're short enough. Okay. So think about that as you're reading your book today, and then you're going to fill out this Google slide. So you're going to type here, type the title of the book that you're reading, and the author is trying to, which one is it? Persuade, entertain, or inform you. Okay? Drag the correct word to the line above. I know this because in the story, so how do you know that the author's entertaining you? How do you know they're informing you? How do you know they're persuading you? So think about that little video that I just showed, right? So if they're entertaining you, you know that maybe the book is really interesting and it's really funny or it makes you laugh. Are they informing you? Think about all the nonfiction books that we've been using and they're teaching us. They're teaching us new information about something. Or are they persuading you? That one, again, you're not going to probably see that one. That's less common at your age, but that's if the author's trying to convince you to do something, convince you to think something. They really, really, really want to convince you that their opinion is the right one. So if I could give you a little hint, your book will probably be to entertain or inform, depending on if your book is a fiction book or a nonfiction book. Okay, so I'll give you that little hint. And then exit out, and then make sure you hit the turn in button. Okay, foundation. So your story time is here. All right, so I know we've done this before, so you can read the story time or you could have it read aloud to you through this video. and then your Google Doc is here. So just remember, boys and girls, that you always have to restate the questions, okay? So who were the characters in the story? Don't just say Susie, right? Susie is the character in the story, or Susie, Bill, Bob are the characters in the story. The setting takes place in, the problem of the story is, so put part of that question in your answer and then turn it in. And then, of course, social studies due tomorrow. So you could continue wherever you might be with watching your videos and your 2 Google Docs. And then you could work on some of that IXL practice. All right, and those are all of your assignments for today. I'm going to take some questions now.